over the three larger islands. But Japan still refused and has kept insisting that all of the islands are theirs. And of course, today, you don't have a channel, do you, Country Girl?
No. I set this up just so I can watch things. Yeah, to watch things.
Right. I just wanted to make sure because Christola was going to drop your link if you did, so that everybody could go and subscribe to you. Oh, that's okay, single mom. Oh, thank you.
Do I need to do something? I can hear echoing. Can you hear it?
Do you? No, I don't hear it. Do you have your YouTube on?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you want to go out and come back in? I'll drop the link for you again.
Okay.
Okay, just go out and come back in and we'll see if that helps. Hello, Miss Shalima, Laura, single mom, Christola. How is everybody? Can y'all hear me okay? The storm is finally over here, guys. Thank goodness. I thought for sure it was going to be storming. And we were going to... Hey, Jen, how are you? Son of a gun, I've lost my lighter. There it is. Okay, now you have YouTube turned off, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that might help.
I'm very new at this.
You're fine, sweetheart. Hello, Lucia. Auntie M. How are you ladies doing? We're giving a few minutes for everybody to get in here, guys, okay? But while we're... Hello, Sunset. While we're waiting, this is Country Girl, and she grew up in Hawkins County. And she grew up running up and down Beech Creek as a little kid, barefooted in the creeks and up and down the mountains. And she's just got a few things that she wants to say. Hello, Anna D. How are you today, hon? Do you want to say hello, Country Girl?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, she's not like the normal people that jump up on panel out of the blue. She's not throwing cash apps up and e-begging and all that good stuff. Hello, Sue Marie. Okay, well, we've got almost 30 people in here. So we're going to go ahead and get started, guys, and let Country Girl say, of course, you're going to have to repeat it over and over again, I'm sure, throughout the show so that other people coming in can hear what you've got to say. But go ahead and jump in there. Or would you like me to ask you questions, or how do you want to do this?
Either way, I contacted you because I've watched a lot of creators. Summer has touched the heart of all of us locals from the day that we got the Amber Alert. I have watched all the YouTubes on her, and I have watched yours, and I just felt like you really, really had a heart for Summer, and that's why I contacted you, because I just feel like people are putting locals like we don't care. I've heard it many a times, and that's not the case. We all think about Summer all the time.
Right. And I'm sure, and not everybody feels that way, honey. I know there's plenty of them out there that's saying that, but not everybody feels that way. We know that you would want to go and look, and the locals want to go and look if you could.
Absolutely. If we were allowed to, absolutely we would.
So tell us about your childhood and your experience with Beech Creek.
We had family and friends that lived in Beech Creek, and it was a Sunday routine for all of us to get together at the family that lived in Beech Creek and cook out and have bonfires. And we always look forward to that. I guess starting about 5 years old, and we would go down there, and our parents would be, at the cooking the food and the bonfire, and we would just run all over the place through the hills, in the creeks, be filthy, barefooted. And we knew we had to be back at dinner time and, or dark. And it was just a wonderful time that is a great memory.
Right. Like it normally is the old Sunday dinners at grandma's or grandpa's house or just the relative's house. That's just the way it is in Tennessee. I'm sure it's the way it is in most places, but not everybody gets to run in the creeks and the woods and play with cousins and neighbors and like we do here in Tennessee.
No, Tennessee definitely is, and still yet until today, us now that we're older, our youngins, we still get out with them and catch crayfish and play in the I mean, it's how we do things here.
Right. And I bet you ran barefooted too, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you know Candace and Dawn?
I do not. I've attended, Summer's prayer vigils, candlelight vigils. I have never met them. They've never been there while I was there.
Okay, so if you've been to the vigils, that means you've met Robin then, right?
Yes, I have.
Can you tell us about her?
The last prayer vigil I went to, Robin was there at Borden Park. Our children played together. We talked pretty much the whole time, about Summer and the case. She seemed like a really nice person. She seemed to genuinely care about Summer, is what I've seen in her.
Right. Well, like I said earlier to you, hon, I don't think anybody on YouTube honestly believes that Robin don't care about. Everybody thinks that Robin cares about Summer. Nobody is questioning that by no means. I don't think.
What I can tell you, even with Robin or anybody that personally knows the family that you talk to, because I'm a very straight up person. I just say how I feel about the situation. And, what I have seen with the ones that know them, they do not like to hear that you think the parents are guilty in any way of anything.
Right. But how do you feel about that?
I've watched this case since day one, as well as the Boswell case. And, when it first started out, I thought the first interviews I seen of the father, I was like, I felt sympathy for the mother. I thought the father, just didn't act right. Something was wrong. But as it unfolded and I've watched the mother's actions and heard the things she has said, I without a doubt think these people hold the answers to where Summer Moon is.
Is that the common thought of most of the locals in Hawkins County?
Yes.
You
And a
think
lot
so?
of locals don't speak up. I mean, the reason, and the people I've talked to, the reason they don't speak up is because a lot of us have children. We don't know who is really, guilty, and we want to protect our children. Um, it's hard when you don't know who's on the loose out here doing things.
Right. So that's why locals don't speak up is because they're in fear of their own children.
That, and a lot of the older people that I talk to here says, a lot that I hear is why do we need to say anything? Because no matter what we say, things get turned around and we're made to look bad. People in our town watch things that's going on and being said, and they feel like they're just being bashed over this case.
Right. Well, I understand that too. Better to stay quiet and be talked about than to have what you're saying be turned completely around.
And you know, I'm on your panel today, and it's okay if people want to be mad or bashed. As long as we keep getting Summer's name out, I'm okay with that.
Right. And let's make this clear. I don't want anybody to show Country Girl any disrespect whatsoever. Not like I have to tell anybody that. But she is here because she thinks that the people on YouTube are losing sight of what's important. And what is important is keeping Summer's name out there. And this is her words, not mine. I mean, I have to agree with her, but she, as a local, is saying, you people on YouTube are taking it way too far. You're losing sight. And we have got to get this back to Summer. Correct?
Yes, if you look back when this started and YouTube creators started with this case, it was they worked together. Everybody was in it for the same focus, the same goal, and it was to put Summer's name out there and help find Summer. And somewhere along the way, that has been lost because it's so much bashing each other and getting into things that don't matter, because what really matters is finding Summer.
Right. I agree. So, can you tell us more about, like, do you know anything about Ben Hill or the people up there or the people in Beech Creek?
You know, I'm sure Beech Creek has changed along the years. My family who was there has since passed on. You know, back when I was younger, yes, I agree. You know, during this case with Summer, I've looked at SA offenders online and stuff like that. It's everywhere, and it's a scary thought. But in Beech Creek, back in the day, you harm a child and you are lucky if the law gets a hold of you for somebody else does, because they don't tolerate that. They protect the children.
Right.
You
But,
know, I said 100 times, if they really thought, if they knew, if there was solid proof that these people on Ben Hill hurt this little girl, I don't believe it'd be a good situation.
right. You don't think they'd be on Ben Hill any longer?
They would not. You know, that community, absolutely. I'm sure there's bad. And honestly, there's bad everywhere anymore. But that community, yeah, we're all in Tennessee. We go at a slower pace. We're laid back, and you don't meet a stranger here. Everybody say, hey, how you doing? You know, it doesn't mean that they're all drugged out and they're all bad people. There's bad apples everywhere you go, no matter where you are.
Okay. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I agree. Country Girl, there are bad apples everywhere you go. I 100% agree. I've been all up and down the East Coast, and I've been out to Colorado and out into Oregon and Texas, and they are bad people everywhere.
Right.
By chance, because I know there's people are going to want to know, do you happen to know the Sherfies?
I do not.
You don't? Okay, how about Marlena?
I don't.
Okay, just checking. Does anybody have any questions for Country Girl right this minute? Country Girl, you can see the stuff on the screen, right?
Yes. I
Okay.
was just looking at it.
Can you read the chat? You should be able to, but sometimes you can't.
Yes.
Okay.
I just pushed it on comments, so.
Well, see there, you're getting a compliment already. Look at there. So if you had to guess, and this is allegedly, hypothetically, all that good stuff, what do you think happened to her? And before you answer that, Lucia wants to know, do you know Tim Mullins?
I do not know him.
Okay.
Nor, honestly, nor do I care for him by what I've seen so far on everything.
Right. I agree. So what do you think may have happened to Summer? And it's hypothetical.
Yes. In my opinion, or how my heart feels about it, I feel like these parents done something, whether it was accidental and they covered it up, or something happened and the parents know what happened. I feel they played a role in it.
Right. Jesus Louise wants to know, do you have an opinion about Ronnie Lawson?
I don't know him. No, I really don't. I just wish more could be done or would be done with Summer's case.
Right. How about Brad Wishing? Are you talking about Chase, 423 Chase?
I did meet 423 Chase.
Can you tell us about him?
I met him at the candlelight vigil along with Cracking Cases. And that was the only time I had met him or spoke with him. And at that time, I really thought that he was there for Summer. He seemed to be there for Summer that night. And then of course, heard everything that went on after that.
Right. Okay, Donna is asking, can I ask why there are no posters in the store windows or flyers? Thank you.
Yes. Me along with many people have took flyers around. I know I've took on many businesses in Kingsport, and they would put them up while I was there. Places like Walgreens would tell me, I'm going to put them up, but when the corporate comes in, I don't know if they'll be able to stay up. I would go back in a couple of days and the posters would be back down.
So it's not so much the locals as it is the business owners that's doing it, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And from where we talked earlier, you said there's like tons and tons of people that are willing to go and look if the sheriff's department or law enforcement would allow them to look, correct?
Absolutely. We would love to do anything we could to help find this baby.
Right. Like most people on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure there's hundreds and hundreds of people that would travel up here and go look for her if they were allowed to.
I seen a question. I don't know who said it about cracking cases.
Oh, sorry, hang on. What's your opinion about cracking cases? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Cracking cases. I met them at the candlelight vigil. I didn't talk to Cam as much as I did Allie. In my opinion, I truly feel like their goal is to find Summer, and I believe they would. They truly are heels on the ground. They truly do get out and look for Summer, and I feel that's their goal, to find Summer or justice for Summer.
Right. Okay, but that was that was months ago too, though, right? Before all the drama and stuff on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay, Auntie M's wanting to know, do you have an opinion about Jody Sue and the Bernards?
Oh no, I don't know her. Just what I have seen of her on YouTube. I don't have any positive opinion about her.
That's a nice way to put it.
I'm just so frustrated because there is a baby missing, and people get upset with me when I comment in chats. Yes, I comment because everybody is putting out these cash apps for these people involved, and they're able to work. If they can party and they can get high, they can work and support themselves. This baby isn't a reason to sit on your tail and get money from people who feel sorry for you.
Right.
I mean, this family needs to get it together, and she has got other children. She needs to get her life together, and as long as everybody's doing it for her, there's no reason for her to want to get up and better her own self if it's being done for her.
Let me correct you on something, hon. Granted, of course, her children will biologically be her children for the rest of their life, but she has no chance of getting her children back now. Her children were taken.
Yes, and I'm glad of that. I think they were in a bad situation, and I am glad they are safe. I think that things should have been handled before this. That's one thing I have a problem with in Tennessee. The goal here is to keep children with their biological parents, if that's possible.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like they wait too long and too late, and these children get hurt or killed, or bad things happen because of slack in them doing what they should do to save these children.
Yeah, I mean, other than what you just stated, what's your opinion on the CPS and the way they're handling this?
I don't like it. I don't like how they handled it before summer got gone. All the things I heard, and I don't agree with it. I don't feel these children should have ever went through the things that I've heard they've went through.
I agree. I totally agree that CPS has failed these kids. Is it normally like that in Hawkins County? I mean, is CPS normally that lax, or is it literally specifically this case, like it is with law enforcement?
Mm, in the community of not just Hawkins County, Sullivan County, I feel like, as I said earlier, their goal is to keep the children with the primaries, and I feel like things are overlooked. And I don't feel like it's just this case alone. It's happened many a times.
Okay. Um, Art for Life asks, Country Girl, what is your opinion for for the local law enforcement? Do you feel they are dedicated to finding Summer, or is it a case of lack of funds and manpower?
Mm, I I don't know which one it is, or if it's just all the confusion of so much he said, she said, and them trying to wade through everything. I am so confused because this case has been so confusing. I don't understand.
Right. Anybody else got any more questions, guys? See, there's a petition out to sign for Summers Law. Do you think it'll help? Do you think that the petition for Summers Law will help? Have you heard of it?
Yes, I have, and lots of us have signed it, and I pray it does help.
That's awesome. See, I didn't know that anybody besides, most of the YouTube, I mean, the creator community has done that. So that's absolutely wonderful. What about the petition to get FBI to take over the case? Do you think that is going to help anything?
I have not seen that one yet.
I have the link to it. I will. Christola, do you have that link, or do you need me to drop it? Hang on one second. Let me. That wasn't it.
I seen a question. Is there many other cases where CPS has let the children down? And yes, there is.
There in Hawkins County.
In the surrounding community as well.
Huh. Okay, right there is the link, guys, for FBI to take over this case. Okay, his Sally says, do you think trafficking is a big issue and possibly what has happened to Summer?
Trafficking is something that until I've heard it a lot on YouTube over summer that you didn't hear a lot about around here. And in my honest opinion, no, I don't think it's what happened to Summer. I think that all of this will go back to the parents.
Right. Do you think they'll ever find her or recover her, should I say?
I truly pray every day, all day they do. Summer is on our mind all the time. I mean, the first thing we do is look and see if anything has been found on her. The last thing I do before I go to sleep is see if anything has been found on her. She has touched the heart of many. And really, my whole point in doing this is hoping that everybody on YouTube, everybody would look back to the start of this when everybody's focus and goal was to do the same thing, to find this little girl. And I pray that everybody puts it back in their heart to do that again instead of getting lost in all the drama, because these people are drama. This family, Candace and Dawn, obviously is drama. They thrive on what they're doing, and they are putting everybody off track by playing these games. They don't matter. Summer
Right.
matters.
Sunset asks, do you think there's enough decent foster parents in that area?
I think there is good foster parents. I think there could be bad too.
Okay, Auntie M says, do you think it was a drug debt?
I really don't.
So you think it was just evil parents, huh?
I really, in my heart, by watching this mother and everything she's done, I truly believe it's the parents.
Christella, I will send that link to you, baby, if you don't get it during the live, okay?
Now, I will tell you, if it comes out that it's not, I will be the first to publicly apologize.
Right.
But just that, and who wouldn't think that with what everything that has been seen and said, it's hard not to think that.
Right.
It has definitely changed our town. I mean, parents, yeah, we're worried about our children. I'm sure our children are tired of it. I don't want mine out of my sight. I mean, it's scary.
Right. Do more children go missing in that area than what we're aware of? I mean, is there anything that's kept hush hush that isn't let out of that area?
Not that I know of. Summer's case has been so different, and that's why I wonder if it's just so much they got to go through, because these parents don't stop. Of course, Donwells does because he's incarcerated, but if you look at all the things that they keep coming up with, these parents, and doing and saying, sometimes I feel like there's just so much for law enforcement to go through, is maybe why things are folding out like they are, because I can tell you, when it comes to children in our town, the law enforcement does love the children and do try to protect the children.
Right. Melvin, no, I haven't. And I've been looking in my mail all day today to see if perhaps they sent it. And I don't even remember. Was it Connie that said she had it? Or Donna? Donna's in here. I can't remember. But I would love to see that picture.
I want to say that even if something happens that Candace Wells and Don Wells are innocent, in my eyes, they're never innocent, because what they have did to these children, the life they've had to live, to me, that's not innocent. Them children are gifts from God. They didn't deserve the life these grown people laid out for them.
I agree 100%, hon. And even back before Summer went missing, they're guilty up to that point by
Yeah.
not being innocent parents.
Yes.
Nana for life. Are you from that area? I didn't realize that. If you are, that was a trail cam of someone having car issues. Oh, okay. It was Connie. Okay. You won't apologize to Don or Grandis either. Well, I would apologize if for calling them murderers, but not for saying they're horrible parents.
No, because they definitely are horrible parents.
Right.
I don't know. Like on YouTube, I watch this stuff on Summer all the time. And, all of the bashing, I've heard so much bashing of our town and saying that people here didn't deserve to be parents and, this was a meth town. And I will repeatedly say that not everybody is like the Wells. And no matter where you go in life, there is bad and good.
Leland wants to know, do you think Ronnie Lawson is corrupt?
I don't know. I honestly don't know anything about. I have never even laid eyes on him other than the news.
So he's not the kind of sheriff that goes out and meets the people, huh?
Yeah, I don't know him at all. I mean, as I said, I truly don't understand this case. It has been. I feel like we don't hear enough about it, on the news and stuff.
Yeah.
I truly feel like YouTubers, that's why I wish, YouTubers would take a step back and look at the fact that they're feeding into Candace and Dawn's drama and use more of that energy to focus on Summer because it's you all that keeps Summer out there. It's you all that brings recognizes her case. And if everybody is fighting against each other and feeding into drama, Summer is getting lost in that.
Do you see the question on the screen, hon?
Mm-hmm. No, I can't see it.
Okay, it says, were there ever any talks about the partying on the hill or transients, not necessarily the Wells house, but in that area in general? I mean, did you ever hear any gossip about a bunch of partying going on up there and stuff?
Not until all this happened with Summer. Now you hear a lot of gossip about the area. But up until this happened with Summer, honestly, it's been years since I've been in Beech Creek, and you just really never heard of the area much anymore.
Mandy, she answered that a minute ago. She said that herself included, along with a bunch of other people, have went and put posters up in store windows and stuff. And when she would go back a couple of days later, it would be it's the business owners that are taking them back down, but that the locals are putting them up.
Yes. D&D printing here prints off. They will print off. When you want them, they'll get them for you. And we have passed out many.
D&D printing?
Yes.
I'm just looking through here, guys, trying to find questions. As soon as a content creator quits talking about Summer is when she'll be forgotten and swept under the rug. As long as her name is spoken, it pressures LE, TBI, and FBI to continue searching. That's correct.
Yes. I truly believe that YouTube and everybody, if they'll keep Summer's name out there and keep on, that this case will be resolved.
Oh, geez, Louise says, my kinfolk are from there and some buried there, so I feel pretty close to Tennessee and Kentucky. I don't believe the Wells have any direct connection to that area via ancestry. No, they don't. The only connection that Don Wells has to that area is his stepfather, and his stepfather's kin to all those people in that on Ben Hill Road. But Don Wells has no blood connection to Tennessee whatsoever. Neither does Candace.
Yeah, I think by what I've heard, they've been a little bit of everywhere.
Yeah, right. There should be billboards and banners, Charlie K. But as you well know, there's been a lot of people. Well, I won't say a lot of people, but there's been a few people charged for embezzling funds that were put up for billboards in this case. So everybody's real skittish. I mean, even what was it? Country Girl down there, it was the fire department or some secretary or something was embezzling money off this case.
I've seen something in the news about somebody. I'm not sure. I know it was something. I don't know if it was this case, but I've seen something about a secretary.
Right. I live in a far more rural place than Beech Creek, up a holler and halfway up the mountain. I'm not saying it's right or legal, but here they would have burned them out like rats. Zero tolerance here.
I
True.
seen, I seen somebody said, are they planning something for her 1 year mark?
I don't see it, but yes, they are. Whoever it was that was talking about, oh, was it Aurora last night or night before last?
I know they're planning something in front of the police station, a candlelight vigil, a prayer vigil for summer.
On
And
the 15th, yeah.
yeah, and I'm not sure, but I had actually commented to and cracking cases to see if anybody plans on doing another vigil at the horse pond where it was done before.
What about Bullhorn Betty?
That's who's doing, has planned the one at the police station.
Oh, okay. Nana, people are chatting about Dolly Vision. Can I share his? Yes, absolutely.
I know, I seen he was down here. I think it's wonderful that, the YouTubers are coming down here and they do love summer to get out here and do what they're doing.
So you don't have a problem with the YouTubers showing up, huh?
No, I'm thankful for everybody that loves summer this much.
She needs some help on the vigil. Well, no, I'm not bashing nobody by no means. Okay. But I wouldn't mind to help. But Bullhorn Betty does not like me. So I would not be the perfect person to offer help. I myself do want to do something, but I don't think she would appreciate my help.
I think it would be wonderful to for everybody to get together on the 1 year mark
I do too.
in a peaceful manner, for love for this baby.
Anna D is wanting you to repeat what you said about what you think may have happened to Summer, if you don't mind, please.
I feel like by everything I've seen and heard out of this family, in my opinion, not fact, I feel like the parents hold the answers to everything to find Summer.
Right. Allegedly, I agree with you 100%, sweetheart.
I just want to say if they are listening, if Candace Wells is listening, or anybody that knows where Summer is or what happened to Summer, please contact the TBI, FBI. Please help us find Summer.
I agree 100%. I think we should have a prayer with Drew at the foot of their property. I do too. Oh, and I have to say, whoever it was that just said that, hang on, let me go back here. Nano for life. You took Don B's words right out of his mouth. He said the exact same thing.
I think Don B is another good one.
He is. We love Don B over here.
Yeah, he is good. And he really, keeps the focus on Summer.
Yes. I hope it's going to be peaceful too, hon. You're a BHB sub, and she says all differences aside, please be there for Summer. Honey, I am there for Summer. I have no problem with that. And I personally don't have anything against Betty. And if you'll understand what I said I think she would not welcome the help from me. Hello, Miss Tennessee Rose.
Anything, we can do to help with anything for summer, we would be glad to.
Everyone needs to put their dislikes for each other to the side and come together for the year mark for summer. I agree.com. Is anybody new that's came in? Does anybody have any questions for Country Girl? I don't know who knows, who she is or whatever, but she grew up in Hawkins County. She grew up with family up on Beech Creek. She went up there every week to have dinner with family members. She ran as a child. She ran in those creeks and up in those woods, barefooted, might I say, again.
Mm.
And so, I mean, she knows some of the people up there. She definitely knows the area. And she still lives in Hawkins County, so she can speak for some of the locals up there.
This area it's not bad people. There are bad people, but it's not, everybody's not bad. Now, I don't live in Beech Creek no more. So I want to clarify that. So somebody don't say later, oh, she don't live there. No, I do not. I never did. I have family that live there.
Right.
But sure, the way some of the things I've heard on YouTube, no, that's not our town, and we can't control what some bad does.
Right. Sue Marie says, does Country Girl believe Grandma knows about summer?
I do.
You do?
I do. And I think, Grandma, the things I've heard over the past few days with Grandma message this and Grandma, I believe Grandma's doing every bit of that. I believe that Grandma and Candace are playing a lot of games. And as long as they play those games and keep everybody going, well, then they think that keeps the focus off summer.
Right. And I agree with you 100%. I believe, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, I believe that Grandis is, I think that she knows exactly what happened, or at least knows as much as she's told. I believe that she went and talked to all these different people and told them these stories. And now she might be worried of what Candace might do in retaliation for not sticking to the story. And so she's contacting these other people and asking them, oh, well, these people are lying, and I need somebody to help me get that message out there. And so I think she's telling, both sides of the coin here. I really do.
Right. I seen a question. I didn't catch the name, but
Okay, here, I'm going back up. What do you know what it said?
Asking what I thought YouTube community did as far as for summer, something like that.
Oh, I don't see it, honey. But go ahead and answer what you think.
I think that it's wonderful, and I think the YouTube community is keeping Summer's name out there, her face out there. I'm grateful that YouTube is doing what they're doing for Summer.
Gemma, if there's any way at all possible for me to be there, sweetheart, I will be there. I promise you.
I am so bothered by that day. I can't understand, the story doesn't make sense to a lot of us of why you would leave your boys at home, take Summer, go pick up another child. And so many things were done in a brief amount of time. It was almost like it was a planned day. And it makes me wonder, were the boys left at home because she was afraid they would tell things? I mean, there's so many questions that you can't help but to wonder.
Right. Brenda, it says Grandis is the one that took the. That's what has been said, but as we know, there's been a lot of lies told throughout this whole case. In my opinion, and granted, it's just my opinion. I know y'all get tired of hearing that. But I believe, with all honesty, that may have been Marlena in that truck that said no.
We were
ahead.
We were at the grocery store one day, and my child and me, and I recognized the lady that was standing in front of me. I I won't give her name because I don't want to get caught up. But I recognized her from YouTube. She was a part of H's family. And so I automatically, I started just talking to her about summer. If you're from Tennessee, you don't know people talk to each other.
Oh yeah.
You don't meet strangers. And I told her I recognize you, and I began to talk to her and asked her how H was doing, and she voluntarily told me, and then she made a statement to me. She says, Candace did not want Summer when she was born. She said she was a girl and she didn't want her, so she tried to let her mother adopt Summer, and that Summer's father threw a fit is why Candace had to keep Summer. Now, that's what the lady told me, and that always stayed on my mind that she said that.
Right. Hey, Scott H. I didn't see you come in, hon. I still don't see you, but everybody's saying hello, so I'll say hello.
Hey, Scott H.
Yes, there are plenty of great people in the state of Tennessee. I totally agree with that. And once again, I would love to iterate that Don Wells nor Candace Bly Wells or whatever she is today, neither one or Grandis comes from this great state of Tennessee.
Now I will tell you about, and this is where, some people have differences about the swim hole. I mean, yes, creeks we've been in, this and that. Warrior's Path, and I do not let my child swim in Warrior's Path, especially in a non-designated area, because Warrior's Path long ago used to be a swim area. They had a swim area, like a little beach marked off. But Warrior's Path is well known for, the water levels change drastically. You could be walking 1 minute and the next minute you go, it's over your head. The fact that they use that area for a swim hole, you just never know how deep the water can get in seconds in that area. So, with me, not saying other people feel that way, that would not be an area of choice. I would let my child just go loose in the water in.
Right. Art for Life says, and anybody that's in here that can hear me or that knows anybody, says if anyone has seen a person of interest or someone suspicious and needs a forensic sketch with interview, please contact your local LE and let them know I offer my services free of charge. She is an artist, so a very good one. Let's see. I know there are good and bad people everywhere, just like there's good and bad people in Kentucky. Yeah. I heard, I heard Angel Summer is a twin. I've heard that too, but we can't exactly prove that because we can't even find a birth certificate or any kind of birth record for Summer herself. Yes, she does need a tube ligation. Hey, let me ask you something. Did you ever know Dr. Callandine? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yes. Caladine or something.
Caladine. Yeah. Did you ever know him? Did you take your kids to him? God forbid.
No, I did not. I know of him, but no, he was not my kid's pediatrician.
I wonder if that was at any point in time Dawn and Candace's pediatrician.
I don't know.
That would explain the definite, if they was something wrong and they still passed for school physicals and stuff, you know what I mean?
My question is, did they though? Did they really pass, or is it just the word of these parents? Have they presented that proof,
Right.
or because by obvious, we can't believe anything the parents say. If it's word by their mouth, it could be not true.
Well, I was meaning more along the lines of the boys because By the time Summer had her supposed school's physical done, he was no longer in practice. But the boys would have had to have their school physicals. And
Right.
if by chance, and I'm not making any statements, this is alleged, if there was something not right during their school physical, the doctor would have been required to have reported it. But if Dr. Callandine, whatever his name is, had done it, I wonder if he would have turned it in, knowing what we know about him now.
Right.
I tried to get Summers BC, but you have to be related to do it. Right, her birth certificate. Yeah, you do. Well, if we knew anybody out here in the YouTube streets that wasn't like an upstanding citizen or anything, that might have all the information that you would need, they could always just say that yes, they were. I mean, if you knew any dishonest people out there, you could always get it. I mean, what are you going to have to do? Supply her birth certificate before you get her birth certificate? No. And you can always order it offline. My son's pediatrician was charged with S offenses, etc., and is serving more than 20 years in prison. Him and his twin brother. It's been on TV shows. I was always present with my son in his appointment, always. Wow. Oh, is Crystal's Crime Time in here too? Well, welcome, Crystal. I want to welcome everybody that's new that's came in that I've not seen. Sorry, I've been busy speaking with Country Girl. If anybody has any questions that they would like to ask, she's more than willing to answer them. Oh, Crystal. Yeah, that's right. Crystal is a local from Hawkins County. I talk to Don B about that all the time. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Do you know Crystal, Country Girl?
I don't think so.
Did anyone else hear that Don beat the blank out of the boys right before Summer went? Those poor kids didn't deserve the abuse and neglect. No, they didn't.
I thought it was really sad in the interview where Don had the little boy standing with him, and the little boy just stood looking at the ground. I felt like, I don't know, it was a sad picture painted for sure.
Oh, this is Country Girl, Crystal. She's a local out of Hawkins County, but she had family when she was growing up. She had family up on Beech Creek, and she would go spend every Sunday up there. And she contacted me so that she'd have a chance to come on here and have her say. And I welcomed her. I mean, we always want to know what the locals have to say and how they feel about this case. Do you have any questions, Crystal? Do you know Ellie Mae? No, you're talking about Jody Sue, correct?
Is that Jody
Yeah,
Sue?
Jody Sue, yeah.
No, I don't. All I know of Jody Sue is what I have seen online, and I could say nothing nice about what I've seen.
Country Girl, Charlie says that he looked so sad and scared.
He really did, and at that one point, you could see when Don Wells was saying something. If you watch it closely, you could see him look up like, "What he's saying?" Then he looked back down, and that drew everybody's attention in the room that day. You could just tell that. I don't know. It was like fear in that child.
KU says, I heard someone talking about that and it was not planned. It sort of just happened. The media saw him and asked him if he would talk. Not defending Don, but it was a spur of the moment, supposedly. I don't know. Why didn't he leave him at the house? Is what I don't understand. Why would he have even took him down there to that? He knew it was going to be a media circus down there at that church.
Mhm.
Allegedly, I heard why there is no birth certificate for the last two boys in Summer. Really, there's not. Even if they were born at home, they have to register them in the state. And for them to be in school, they would still have to provide a birth certificate.
Yeah. I hear the people that are for the parents, I hear a lot of them say, they have such a rough life, and I can understand why they are like they are. I don't understand. No matter what your life was in the past, everybody can change. And they had
Right.
children, and they could have changed if they had wanted to.
Lindsay Thompson, yes, there are the birth announcements for Holston Valley, and I did go look, but in order to get that in depth or to get that year or whatever it was, I forget now. It's been a while since I looked. You have to have a subscription to like that newspaper, and I didn't want to try to buy a subscription to that newspaper when all I'm going to be looking for is that one particular day or that one particular week because the birth announcement comes out 1 week later. Scott H says, I love more locals coming around and sharing. Thank you very, very much, Country Girl.
You're welcome. And Scott H is awesome too. I love watching him.
How did the kids get in school? Obviously, they had to have birth certificates.
Oh yeah, like the schools here are strict. If the children go to school, you have to present a up-to-date shot record, birth certificate. You have to have their social security number. They're very strict on that here.
Right, they do have to have their shot records and birth certificates. That's what we were just saying.
Mm-hmm.
She did say that she didn't personally know. Right, thank you, Jen. Would you reiterate everything that you've said so far about Dawn and Candace, Country Girl?
Um, I do not know Donna Candace. I have been to the prayer vigils, to all that. To any of them I showed to, they didn't. Which one of them was the saddest thing because they had three candles, one that was lit for Summer, and two that the parents would have lit, and the parents didn't show for it. It was heartbreaking. I do not know these parents. I do not know anybody involved in the case. I'm a local who's just here for Summer. Do I believe anything the parents say? No. In my opinion, these parents hold the key and the answers to where this baby is.
I thought I heard that Summer didn't have her shots and that's why she wasn't in school. It's a possibility because most nowadays, most everybody sends their kids to Head Start before they send them to kindergarten because school has gotten so advanced. I don't know about anywhere else, but here in Tennessee, by the time they're in kindergarten, they have to know their ABCs. They have to count to 100. They have to, I mean, basically, they even have spelling tests in kindergarten now. So most kids do go to pre-K before they go to kindergarten. And if she didn't have her shots, they wouldn't have allowed her in there. I thought I heard Summer didn't. Oh, okay. I just did. He must have put that in there twice. What's going on, Christola? Is somebody being bad? Thank you, Christola. I didn't see whoever it was, but I know my mod's got it under control. Not a problem. Preschool, Head Start, kindergarten. Well, here, preschool and Head Start are the same thing. It's just one you only go a half a day, and the other one you go pretty much all day. Well, where I live, anyways. Okay. Anyways, country girl.
Yes.
And you did say that you did meet Robin. You did spend time with her.
Yes, I met her at Borden Park when we went to a prayer vigil for summer. Our children played together. I talked to her for probably almost an hour. Um, like we talked about summer. She doesn't like anything stated. You could tell she didn't like the fact because I'm very honest about how I feel, and I'm feeling like the parents are being dishonest and play a role in this. And you could tell she didn't want to hear that, but she was a very calm lady when I met her.
Right. Well, I've got to ask something. I know it's on everybody's mind, and I'm sorry I'm not showing no disrespect. But was she as giddy and giggly and precocious as she seems to be on every time she's in front of a camera?
Yes,
So
yes,
she's normally like that. Please,
yes.
Corey, we can't say that, hun.
Yes, so I feel like that's probably her personality because yes, she's like that in person as well.
Well, that's good to know. Whoops. Hang on a second. Let me get rid of that. Corey, I'm not getting. Oh, I can't get rid of it. I can't remove it. That sucks. Uh,
What she told me is, we talked about summer, and she was telling me, that, sometimes she would be teaching her, I guess she has a Sunday school class, and Summer loved to climb on her and stuff. And she said sometimes she would just have to have her sit down and tell her to calm down. And she said, she had it to do all over that she would have cherished every one of those moments. Not that she didn't, but she said, you just don't know, what she wished she would have loved every minute and just let her do it.
right. Well, everybody, looks back on hindsight and wishes they done something different. But I
Right.
will say, no matter what Robin has been ever, any time that she's ever been brought up in this case, and no matter what anybody has said about her, I don't think there's been one person that's ever said that she did not love that child.
Right. You could tell that she cried when we was sitting there talking. You could tell she cared about Summer very much.
Right. So you don't think she had anything to do with this, right?
I feel like Robin was dragged into this by the parents just like they've tried to drag so many other people in it. For what purpose I don't know, but I could be totally wrong, but I feel like she's just being dragged into it by these parents.
Um, can I ask you something about? You're the only person that knows Robin that we know of right now. Why do you think it would if she would have went up on the hill with the cracking cases and BK and Candace and we all know what was going on top of that hill?
Right.
Why do you think Robin would have been up there?
I don't know. Like I don't know. When we were talking, she told me, of course, that Candace called her. I think she was at her kid's dance recital or something. And that's how she initially found out about Summer. And by what she told me is that the family had been in church a while and that Candace just called her over everything. So I don't know if maybe Candace called her that day. I don't know.
Huh. Well, is there anything that I'm not asking you that you want to get out there, country girl?
I know everybody's looking for answers. So are we, but making up things or the drama, it's never going to find the answers. It's not helping Summer. Summer's getting lost in it. If we all work together, just like the beginning, the same focus of finding summer, it's going to go a lot farther.
Right.
You know, and I just want to ask again if Candace is listening to this or anybody that knows something about summer, anything, one word, anything about summer, please call the TBI, FBI, local enforcement.
I believe she brought in to make Candace and Dawn look not so bad. Who was brought in? Oh, Robin was brought in to make Candace and Dawn not look so bad.
I don't feel like I feel like every bit of this was, you know, from picking H up to, I just almost feel like this day was planned out to a T. I almost can't even believe there was an accident. I just feel like something is way off, and I don't know. I pray they find answers soon.
And you say that most of the locals that you've talked to agree with your opinion about that.
They do. They're, you know, things that locals have heard about this family, you know, their behavior as parents. Let me tell you something. For Candace to get on Facebook and say they won't let me look for my kid, ain't no mother alive gonna let anybody tell her not to look for her kid. There is no way somebody would tell me not to look for my kid.
Especially when you live on 11 acres and nobody can tell you can't go out in your backyard. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Her actions alone tells everybody everything. What there is no reason she should be called a mother. Her actions doesn't show she's a mother. And I truly have no remorse for Candace. My heart breaks for Summer and them boys.
Mine too. And everybody, and I know that they're grown adults now, but they still have feelings. My heart breaks for all those older children.
Yes, yes.
I mean, just imagine having parents that would sell you or that just gave you away because their life, you were a bother to their life.
Yeah. You know, I see Summer's pictures and those pretty little blue eyes and blonde hair, and I'm a mom and I'm a grandmother, and it is so heartbreaking. And we truly pray every day that we're going to turn on that TV and Summer is found.
Right. Are you okay, country girl?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to upset you, sweetheart.
No. I just everybody that's
Yes.
listening, I thank you. I thank you for keeping Summer's name out there, for loving Summer. I think the people who's coming here and taking time to look for Summer, I think it's amazing what everybody's doing. And please don't stop.
Leland, if you need to jump off, hon, you go do that and go get some rest, okay? The girls have got this covered, and then Charlie. I promise it'll be all right. You need to take care of yourself so you can be here next time, sweetheart. Um, Pamela, yes, the parental rights were removed from Dawn and Candace. They were from the boys and from Summer, if she's ever found again. The parental rights for Summer has been taken away also. So they'll never have any of those kids back. Do you know, Brenda, do you know Country Girl? Country Girl, do you know Brenda?
No, I don't think so.
I don't understand the statement then. We're not going to show any disrespect, guys, plain and simple. What do you think about people who are trying to figure out who did it?
You, like look people who's looking for answers.
Yeah, I guess.
I think they should keep looking. I think we shouldn't give up.
Thank you, Christola. Yes, please put some hearts in the chat for Country Girl. Give her some love. Robin was on the hill helping work on the house.
You know, I don't. I only know Robin from talking to her that day, but you know, most people from this area, like if you're involved in a church here, the church plays an active role no matter what religion you are. A lot of times in your life, like if there's a sickness in your home, you can call on the church to come out and pray with you, or they'll come out and help, you know, with things, or you know, so churches around this area, they do play an active role with families that is involved in their church.
Right. Leland said to say thank you to you, hon, and he appreciates everything you're doing for Summer. And Brenda, yes, I seen what you said, sweetheart. I get it. You wasn't meaning any disrespect.
I've seen her comment too, and you know, it's hard not to be heartbroken when you see these babies gone and there's no answers. And we're coming on a year, and it shouldn't be this way. There should be answers. I mean, we are nowhere closer than we were day one, and I don't understand.
Right. His Sally says, look at all of us here pleading for Summer, asking questions, trying to figure this out, crying and losing sleep. Yet Candace has not done a single thing for her child. I cried when I saw snow on the ground.
Yes.
Cracking Cases has had the right idea all along. If creators would come together like a jury and discuss, brainstorm, and work as a team.
Yes.
Love for Country Girl.
Thank you.
I agree, his Sally. That makes me think. I think about that all the time. How scared she must have been, no matter where she's at. You don't think Robin has a mean bone in her body? She showed love for Summer. I can't believe how people have turned on her.
You
I
know,
don't think.
I can't
Go
say either way on that. Like I could say what I felt is she wouldn't harm Summer. But, you know, in cases like this, you see it and you question everybody. You think, you know, could they or couldn't they? I mean, it's hard to say either way, you know? Does
right,
that
and
make sense?
you have to think out of the box, guys, or we're never going to find the answer. And it could be the very thing that you thought was not possible. That's going to be the very thing that happened. I feel Angel Summer is on that property. That's why Dawn and Candace wouldn't let people search that property. I'm almost in agreement with you there, hun. I am thankful she had Robin in her life because at least once a week when they went to church, she had somebody who petted her and held her and loved on her and doted over her.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying I'm not going to say that I don't think Robin is completely innocent. There's anything's possible in this case. But
Mhm.
I do believe if Robin had anything in this, she actually took the child away from the situation. But why she would leave the boys is beyond me.
You know, it's so confusing to be this long, and there's no answers. Like all we hear is nothing's took off the table. Everybody's a suspect. I don't understand. I mean, it's been this long and there's no answers whatsoever.
Right, but there's no suspects. Everybody's a person of interest. but
Yeah,
there are no suspects.
it
Kate,
makes no sense.
Kate, you says, I feel like with a lot of the things Don and Candace have said, they could get evidence, proof, but not if you just let them go walk around like they haven't done nor said anything. I agree. I think they should lock them up, just like they've done all these other parents, until something gives, whether it be Don and Candace gives up something or until Grandis gives up something. Hello, Running Buck. Haven't seen you in a while, hun. Why does Country Girl think there is no one to run against Lawson? Is he a good sheriff in your opinion?
I could not answer about him. I really don't know about him.
Well, maybe not as a person, but as a sheriff.
Uh, I didn't even know there wasn't nobody that. Honestly, I didn't vote for nobody, so I didn't know nobody run against him.
Nobody has ran against him since 2010. He has never had a running opponent. Never.
Oh wow.
And then there was a gentleman that was in there for half a term before him. And then before that, it was Ronnie Lawson's dad, who was in there for years and never had anybody that run against him.
Oh wow.
Yeah. If Robin raised concerns to CPS regarding Summer and the boys, they would have listened.
I feel like people who knew that family, who was around it, turned a blind eye to things they shouldn't have, because if they would have spoke up, this might not be like it is today.
I agree.
I mean, you see something, say something. I don't care how much they like the family. These are children. These are innocent children. They are gifts from God. Speak up.
Right. Everybody in the state of Tennessee, and don't ever forget this, guys, everybody in the state of Tennessee that is of age is a mandated reporter. And just like I forget what her name is, Crystal's Cold Cases, or so, she's one of the subs on here. She's actually one of my mods, but she's not here tonight. Plain and simple, she said one day, if you go to report something about a child, do not start the conversation with CPS by saying, well, I have such and such history with this parent, and this is what has happened, and this is what's happened. You start the conversation out with, I seen this happen to this child. Because if you don't start it out with what actually happened to the child, they're going to think it's a revenge call, basically. And they're not going to put as much weight on that phone call and that accusation as they should.
Yeah.
So if you ever call CPS on somebody, but first of all, make sure it's a legitimate claim. And second, you start the call off with the actual crime that you believe is being committed.
Yes.
No one has explored the caves on the. I'll tell you somewhere else I don't believe has ever been explored, and that needs to be. And I still, nobody can convince me otherwise. They've never checked that septic tank.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Was it Donwell's sister or somebody that mentioned that septic tank?
Yes, Donwells supposedly called and told his dad that Candace put the baby in the septic tank.
Yeah.
And Mary forgot about it from like August until what, February, I believe it was. And then she remembered it one day, and then she called the TBI. Has that septic tank been checked? Nobody knows.
Nope. In my opinion, and I'm not trying to downgrade nobody and how they do their job, but I don't know why Candace is even out here walking around, because even if they haven't got enough to get her for summer, they've got enough, period. This woman did not take care of these children. This woman has done things that's illegal. I don't understand why she's out here walking around doing what she's doing.
I don't either. His Sally, as far as I know, granted, I could be wrong. And like I said, the law enforcement has not given us any indication of what they have or haven't done. But as far as I know, that the septic tank has not been drained. And I mean, they might have been able to check the septic tank with cameras or infrared cameras or whatever back when. But now the only thing that would be left would be, you know what I mean. And it's not like they're going to be able to stick a camera down in there and see that. They need to empty the septic tank. And we know that's not been done. 500 people would have went by and seen that big septic truck up there pumping the septic tank out. And you know that ain't going to stay no secret.
Mm-mm.
Kate Lockhart, a missing 14-year-old Morgan Hoffman and Hawkins County won't even issue an endangered child, and TBI was supposed to and didn't. When did they go missing, hun? Exactly, she needs arrested. There are 3 septic tanks. Wow. Yeah, is that Kay, is that missing 14-year-old something recent? Over 2 weeks ago. Out of Hawkins County? I will never give up hope for Summer is still alive until evidence proves me wrong, but realize if there are remains, they can be moved repeatedly, placed in areas already searched. True. I've not heard anything about her. On nothing. No news, no nothing. Out of Rogersville. 14-year-old girl's missing out of Rogersville.
I haven't heard anything neither.
Nana, I will never understand why law enforcement hasn't put C&D in separate rooms and interrogated them. Makes no sense at all. I've been saying that from the beginning, hon. I wish they'd run the cadaver dogs through the unmanned security cam free dump. Hang on one second, guys. Hey, Jen. Jen, where you at? I need you to jump up here for a minute, hon. No, Cristola. Hey guys, I need to know where Crystal's crime time went. Crystal, if you're still in here, please let me know. OMG, non-mods in chat. Seems like it's been forever since I've been in a live with one of the best out there. Hope you're having a great day. Well, thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
I'm here, Nana.
Okay, can you sit up here and take over for a few minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Hi. You're welcome. Hi, country girl.
Yes.
How you doing, honey?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Is there anything else you wanted anybody to know? Or if anybody has any questions?
No, I just really wanted people to know that the locals do care about Summer and that we are praying for her and every day praying she's found. I guess we're just tired of I understand everybody's looking for answers, but this town has really been trashed here lately due to people looking for answers.
I think every single one of us in chat can feel the emotion that you have and everything that you're going through. You had me crying.
You know, these babies here, we love them, and we don't have to know them to love them, because us parents, it don't matter if it's our kid or your kid, we're still going to look out for them because we love them.
And the way I was raised, you don't just watch out for your own kids, you watch out for all of them.
Yes.
I mean, my son's friends, he's 28 now. His friends still call me mom, still call me on Mother's Day. I have raised more than just my biological child.
Yes.
And if anything happened to any of them or any of my grandchildren, you would not be able to stop me from being out there every second of every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care if it's law enforcement or who it is. You're not going to stop me.
Yeah, I don't get Candace saying they won't let me search. You have 11.2 acres of property. Get off your ass and get out there.
Yes. You know, some people don't understand why I feel the way I do about everybody handing out to Candace. Well, I feel the way I do because this was the mother of this child. Well, that was her name. You know, anybody can have a child. It takes a mom to be a real mother. And
she was an egg donor.
Exactly. You know, but why should she better herself? She is getting everything handed to her. Nobody is supporting her fixing that home for them children, because them children ain't going to come back to that mess. They're supporting her drug habits and everything she's doing.
I've said the same thing since she started bouncing around from channel to channel and throwing out her Cash App. Nobody is helping support her or her kids. They're supporting her habits.
Yes. And, you know, not just her. I've seen it with, oh my goodness, like so many people has come in this case and said, oh yeah, we've been up there. And next thing you know, there's a Cash App throughout. Why? I mean, this baby isn't for people to get rich. This baby needs to be found.
She needs to be found and laid to rest properly, because in my gut, I do not feel that she is with us anymore. I could be wrong, and I pray that I'm wrong, but I don't feel it.
I know, like
in my heart, after 11 months.
No, in my heart, I feel not too. I know people say, I believe, you know, they sold her to somebody, this and that. In my heart, I don't feel that. I feel like Candace knows what happened, and I feel like this is a recovery at this point.
I completely agree.
But you know what Candace, what everybody needs to realize in that family, we're not going to stop. Nobody's going to stop. Summer will be found.
If I could be there, trust me, I would. But I am all the way in Ohio, and everything that I've done here, I did contact the D&D printing and had 2 sets of the 50 flyers sent, and every single one of them was put up, you know, around my area in Ohio and handed to family members that have businesses or anything else for them to put them up.
Awesome.
Because if she is alive, she could be anywhere at this point.
Yes, I know. When after the prayer vigil, we took them to the beach with us. We took them North Carolina. We just took them anywhere we went to spread them.
And my daughter-in-law's family owns a roller skating rink, so there's people from everywhere in and out nonstop. She hung them up in every corner of that skating rink for everybody to see every time they turned around.
Awesome. I wish that they would leave them up here. I don't know why. Like, I actually asked Walgreens, why did you take her sign back down? Because they did politely put it up for me the night I left the candlelight vigil. That was the first stop I made with the flyer. But the fella told me, I will hang it up, you know, but when the boss man comes in, I can't promise you it'll stay up. And it come right back down.
I honestly feel like there's something going on in that area, and like they just don't want Summer to be found, because if they find Summer, then other things will be found out.
Ashley Sands, Sergeant Ashley Sands, if you will email me, I will see if I can't get with Country Girl and see if we can't get you some mailed out to you. Country Girl, did you see that thing a minute ago? There's another Country Girl in here.
I did. And actually she said she was going to change to Country Gal, and that's what mine used to be. And my son was like, Mom, you need to say girl, not Gail.
Everything okay, Nana?
Oh yeah. I need to try to get a hold of Crystal's Crime Time Gym. She accidentally got deleted. So
I
that was on.
I thought it was just her one comment that accidentally got deleted, not her personally.
I don't know, but I need to figure it out and straighten it out. I do not want to offend her.
No, I was chatting back and forth with her way up there somewhere. And I can't remember who had said it, that they said that they think her comment accidentally got deleted. Because I think it was after the one that Cristola and I both got on at the same time and got out of there.
Yeah.
It was either right before that one or right after that one. So hers might have accidentally gotten bumped in the process. But I don't think anybody intentionally kicked her out. She didn't do anything.
No, she didn't. I don't want to. She's been really nice to me, and I don't want to offend her, is all it is. So anyways, let's get back to subject at hand. Ashley says, hello, Country Girl.
Hello.
Hey, Nana, before I jump down,
you don't have to jump down.
And Leland wanted me to tell you that he's sorry that he had to go. He just was not feeling good.
Yeah.
But he said he's sorry he had to go, and he loves everyone, and he'll see us all later.
Yeah, everybody, if y'all don't mind, please say a prayer for Leland. He's going through chemo right now, and he's not having the best of. He's not been feeling the best. Okay.
Now, he's definitely had a rough few days. Kate, I am in Lorain County.
Hey, Nana, I wanted to address. I keep seeing comments about, the drug problems and stuff here. And just out of all honesty, absolutely. In the past couple of years, there has been a change with the crime rate and the drug rate. I won't deny that. Things have seemed to look rough over the past couple of years for some reason.
Right. Well, it surprised me. I don't remember if it's exactly Kingsport or all of Sullivan County, but it surprised me with the number of 600 and something of registered people in that county, and in that town, and that just blew me away. I couldn't imagine.
Absolutely. I know with law enforcement, like with the sex sorry,
yeah, that's okay.
I know, like on Halloween, the POs and the law enforcement goes around. They have to have their lights off. They can't answer the door. They knock on their door. If they answer the door, they take them to jail right then. I mean, they do precautions, but in my opinion, it's not enough. There's children out here, Of course, we can't say who lives where. My child tells me all the time I'm too strict, but it's not that I try to be too strict. You just don't know. You don't know. Somebody can smile at you and talk to you and live next door to you, and you don't know what they're capable of. It's a scary time.
Right. And I was seeing Brenda up here. Hang on one second. Country Girl, I'm sorry. Brenda said most of the money should go towards finding Summer. I tell you what, right now, if every person that watches this channel, or every person that is financially able or can do it, would send $1 to find Summer, could you imagine how much money that would be?
Yes.
And that's just $1.
Yes. You know, these cash apps and stuff that's going around for these people that were involved in Summer's case who did not take care of her, who did not pay a positive influence in her life, who they have no reason to be collecting money. That money should go to them boys, and their needs are for summer and find a summer. These grown ups, get a job, do something with yourself.
I agree. Or that $1 thing. If somebody could set up a bank account, a trust fund for those boys for when they come out of foster care or when they turn 18, if everybody would just send $1 to that bank account for those boys,
Yes.
that would do a world of good.
You
And
know,
it's
them boys, what they're going to face in life, with what they've went through in the home they lived in, and now this with their sister, my heart breaks for them because they will have to go through this the rest of their life.
right.
Nana, if you look in the chat, Ashley Sands said she would start that.
Did she?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. We've got to figure out some place to send the dollar to, though. Um, you know, do a campaign of a dollar for summer. And like I said, if every person that just watches these videos would send $1, that would do a world of good, either to look for summer or to, you know, ensure that those boys have a life, because obviously their parents, once they turn 18, their parents can't be counted on to help those kids. And
No,
there's a lot of foster parents out there that, although they love the children that they have with them, are not financially able to ensure that when their kids when their kids foster out, that they are able to help them, like find a new house and do all the stuff that normal parents do for the kids.
yes,
Have to take into consideration too that once foster parents' obligation is done at the age of 18, a lot of them don't continue a relationship with that child.
I agree.
So those boys, that might be all that they have.
and that's such a sad thought. You know, that's a sad thought because that's going to be who they know as their family.
Right.
My thing is, why take on a foster if you're not accepting them into your family for the rest of your natural life?
Absolutely.
If you don't have that kind of commitment, don't take in a child.
Absolutely. Being a parent isn't laying down and having that child. Being a parent is so much more.
I agree. Whoever it is you're talking about, his Sally. I agree 100%. I don't know too many of he's that's not cashing in on that and still getting the money for it. And that's sad. Shows which ones are only fostering for the money. Exactly.
I would love to foster, and I would never want the monetized end of it. That's not why I would do it.
I will call to Monday. I will call and talk with Lowland Credit Union and see if what can be done. Not with anybody's name on it, but just with the kids as a trust fund. There would be no legal adult's name on it. It would be a trust fund for them.
That would be awesome.
Oh, well, thank you, Christola.
Well, considering that you, Nana, are about one of the only people that can be trusted in this case, and not speaking of anybody directly in your chat right now, but other content creators that are just monetized and talking about Summer or the boys or anything to get the money on their cash apps, you're not like that. And that's why we
Right.
trust you.
Now,
Well, thank you.
I've watched her channel the past little while, and that's why I contacted her, because you can tell her heart is pure and it's in the right place, and she really is in this for Summer.
Well, I
That's when I started watching her too.
appreciate that, guys. I really do.
It started with 2 little seconds of Don B and his bam, and I was hooked on Nana. See what he started?
I know it. He's something else, ain't he? But I'm so glad that you've been in here, Country Girl. I'm glad that you contacted me, and I would love to hear from more locals, and hear what they have to say. I try to create this channel so that everybody would have a voice
Well,
and have a place to go to.
thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you, His Sally. Anybody got any questions for Country Girl? Country Girl, thank you so much for all you have said and done for Summer.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
Honey.
Thank you all. Thank everybody for keeping Summer's name out there. Thank all of y'all for all you're doing for Summer.
Well, anytime that you have anything new that you want to say, you know that you're more than welcome to come up here. Anybody is, actually.
Thank you. And I just want to ask again before I go, for any creators that's listening, anybody, just think back to the first days and how everybody pulled together and the focus was on Summer. And let's go back to that. Let's find this baby.
I
Nana
agree.
Cristola said she does have a question
Oh, you do?
before
you want?
Country Girl runs away from us.
Okay. Go ahead, Cristola. Good night, Gemma. Have a good night, sweetheart. Thanks for being here, babe.
Good night, Gemma. I don't know about around up there, but do y'all have those mud traps? I call them like the green mud.
Oh, I don't know. Hang on. Country Girl, I don't know about around. Oh, you already read that, huh?
I don't know nothing about them.
Cristola, Country Girl, she's talking about like the it's just mud, honey, with like algae that grows on top of it. It's just like the soggy ground.
Oh, yes.
In a muddy area.
Yes.
So yes, she does, hun. Where you can sink down in the mud. Yes. Am I correct, Country Girl?
The area where Summer lived, Beech Creek is full of creeks, and it's full of waters and fields and brush, and there's so many areas there.
Country Girl, Lindsay wants to know, did the sheriff tell the community they could not search? Because I thought he asked everyone to.
What I have heard is he asked everyone to search their own properties. It is what I understand.
Cristola says, I don't know why, but that keeps coming into my mind. The area, that kind of an area.
Right.
I saw the sheriff on the news. He only wanted the community to search. No, he does not want the community to search.
He specified for everyone to search their own properties.
Right. Search anywhere a small child could be hiding, is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But there was 2 gentlemen up there who were diving and found a trunk-like box in the water under a bridge. And when they went and reported it and said they would be willing to go back and pull it out of the water, they were told to leave it alone, that Ellie would check into it, and that they were not to go back into the water. Yeah. And even EquiSearch has been told that they can't come back. The bikers that wanted to come up here and search were told they could not come to town. Nobody is being allowed to go and search. Oh, it was a tie between Jen and Leland.
And you know, I do want to say, because a lot of people has asked me about Lawson, and I do not know him. You know, Rogersville is sort of like its own little area, and then you've got Churchill. Even though it's all the county, you know, we've got the Hawkins County Department, and you've got the Rogersville Department. So I'm not. I'm more like the Hawkins County Kingsport line.
Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with Ronnie Lawson much at all.
Melissa, yes, honey, those bikers do exist. They are a group of bikers that are all across the United States. It's Bikers Against Abused Children, and they do exist, and they go into court with children. They are there just to stand up for the children. It's the same group of bikers that came to pick up Hunter and take him back to his dad when all that came about. That's the same group of bikers. They do exist, and they were going to come. You can look them up. They've got websites. They've got YouTube pages, and it's Bikers Against Abused Children. And didn't issue warrants out if the owners of the property will let them search. No, there was never any warrants ever issued for any properties. There's not ever even been a warrant issued for Candace and Dawn's property that I know of.
The Candace, the last I heard, her on YouTube was she had something to say in 2 days. Well, 2 days is gone, and of course she didn't say anything, and that's all a part of her game.
Right.
You know, people keep talking to her and catering to her, thinking they're going to get something out of her. That woman's not trying to tell nothing on herself. People say she's not smart and she can't fool the police. I think she's pretty doggone smart, because I think she's playing lots of games.
She's fooled them so far.
Yes.
Yeah, she's not as dumb as everybody thinks she is.
No.
I
Do you
think
know
she plays the dumb role.
Absolutely.
Laura wants to know, has Lawson had any successful cases? Well, of course he has. His brother found Carly Trent, remember, on his property. He's had one successful case that I know of. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, ladies.
I truly, like, until this case was Summer, I honestly did not know anything about Lawson until I've seen him on the news and stuff with Summer's case.
Lee, I'm sorry, honey. No, we don't do that on here. I'm curious about the women last night who had the picture. I am too, but who was it? Somebody said that it was somebody that was in trouble with a car or something, but that don't sound like the picture that was described to us last night. I agree, Lee. See, Lawson's brother's in charge of the drug department. Yeah, that's what I've heard. All right, one of you ladies has got something scary in your background going on.
I was just getting ready to say you sound like you have wolves howling outside your door, growling at you.
It's not me.
It's not me.
Country girl?
It might have been where I was sitting at my window. Let me move.
It sounded demon-like.
I know there's crickets and everything outside the window. Does that sound better?
Yeah, I don't hear it now.
Okay.
Nana thought I was playing with corduroy earlier.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing corduroy pants and scratching them.
Yes, there was a reward for the Carly Trent case, and it got divided up between 12 people. And of course, the sheriff's office got part of that. We don't know for a fact, but just what everybody has said. And I know that for the first few months that she allegedly refused to allow him to search her property.
Like with Lawson, I don't know him. As I said, the counties are, there's different officers for different counties, and you've got Rogersville, which is farther out, and you've got Hawkins, and you got Kingsport, and I'm right there on the line with Hawkins and Kingsport, so I'm not very familiar with Lawson. What I
Right.
what I will say, about our other officers in the county I'm in is they truly do look out for the children. I can't speak for the officer you guys are talking about, but the officers in the county I'm at, they truly do watch out for the children. Most of them are parents themselves. So they're on top of, like, if there's any problems at the schools or anything like that.
Ashley Sands, I don't know, honey. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. How long do you need me to be on? There was one night that Scott H. jumped in here and talked, and we were live for 8 hours.
And we never really have a game plan, do we? Unless it's game night.
Right.
It just goes until it doesn't go anymore.
I think Scott H. was one of the first ones I started listening to.
I believe Don B was the first one I started listening to, but it was only because he was local to me. So,
right. I remember, I'm going to tell y'all my story. I remember on Summer's candlelight vigil at the horse pond, my mother had hit hospice. And I did not want to leave my mother. She knew I'd been following Summer's case, and she was so sick. And I said, "No, Mom, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay here with you." And she said, "No, you're going to go and support that baby girl." And so I live streamed it for my mom. We've lost her a few weeks ago, but she was all about finding Summer too.
right. Ashley, you're more than welcome to come up. You do have to show your face before you go up on panel, hon. You've never been on panel, but you know how to do it.
If she wants to come up, I can go down. I don't want you to get all robot-y again with too much traffic on the channel.
Okay, well, I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to, that's fine.
Well, yeah, if she pops up and we start getting the R2D2 voices, I'll just drop out because I'm up there with you all the time.
Okay, Ashley, grab that link, sweetheart.
Good night, Angela.
Good night, Angela, hon. You have a wonderful night, okay? Try to have the best weekend, okay? Thank you for being here. Well, anyways, Country Girl, I'm so happy that you came up on panel. I'm so happy that you got a hold of me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad I got a hold of you too.
And we really appreciate it. I'm not local, but I love hearing from all the locals.
Well, yeah.
It definitely gives more of an insight into what the area was like and maybe, what Summer saw on a daily basis.
Right.
And who knows, maybe someday one local will say something and something will click and she'll end up being found.
I pray so.
Yeah, if we all put our brains together, we can find that little baby.
Oh, are you not home? Well, just whenever you get home, honey. And if not, then We'll do another live probably Monday. I'll do one, okay? And you can come up then if I'm done before you get home. But I should still be going. Jody Sill is full of crap. She's been exploiting Summer from the jump and even her own daughter and using her cancer for handouts. Wow. I agree, but
From the jump, she started getting money collections and using the DV and yeah.
Country Girl, the thing on the screen is for you, hon. Can you
Mm.
read it?
All right, Nana, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Country Girl, sorry for the loss of your sweet mother. I know how that feels. We hurt so much to lose them, but truly, their love never ends. That is so true.
Thank
Art for life.
you so much for that.
Oh, thank you, KU. You have a great Mother's Day too, Angela. Exactly. What kind of sheriff gives a drug dealer the heads up to exactly when he's going to have a bust? Exactly. The kind that has something they don't want somebody to find. $12.56 an hour. Deputies might make extra money overlooking drugs and trafficking. It's a possibility. Y'all gonna excuse me for a minute. I gotta take a drink. My mouth is getting dry.
Yep, I'm back. Keep thinking if I keep my cigarettes in another room, I'll smoke less. That hasn't worked yet.
And it's not going to.
Probably not, considering it takes me 5 minutes to get to the kitchen and then 5 minutes to get back with my slow ass.
The only time I smoke less is at the night because I don't smoke in my house and I don't like to go outside at the nighttime. So
We tried to do that too. When we moved in here 9 years ago, we said no smoking in the house because we were sick of scrubbing walls.
yes,
That didn't last at all.
no,
That's also another possibility, Lindsay, that a lot of people have thought of. Says, yes, I commented a while back. Lawson had his hand in the cookie jar on that reward, and I wonder if this was supposed to have been a scam, only it blew up big time, and they changed their plan. Well, congratulations, Brenda.
Congratulations, Brenda. What was your trick? I have tried the patch. I've tried the Chantix. I've tried Concerta. Anything that they could throw at me, I've tried.
Art for Life, I've heard that they did get a big bundle, and where it went, I have not a clue. And evidently nobody else has a clue either. I don't know what the exact number was, but I did hear that they got a big they not only got that money, but if I excuse me, if I remember correctly, and if I'm not mistaken, so allegedly, guys, okay, don't hold me to this, but I heard when there was that big protest in Hawkins County or in Rogersville over the um the BLM thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube or not, so I'm not going to say it. But that big movement that was going on during 2020, they got extra money for that too because they had that big protest up there. I'm sorry if y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. I just don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Tennessee Rose, are you feeling bad, sweetheart? Oh, I'm sorry, honey. You go lay down and try to take care of yourself, okay? Feel better. Jinx, you owe me a Coke, Jen.
I'll send it through the phone.
You do that.
Hey, I took your temperature the other day through the phone, so why not?
You sure did. Country girl, I've been wanting to hear from you, someone in the neighborhood on Summer for a long time. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Allegedly, Sheriff was going to try and get Summer's reward. I've not heard that one, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay, well, that was stupid. I was responding back to Brenda, and somehow I hid the voice talk on my phone, and everything I just said to you about the Coke, it recorded it. So I had to back all the way out and rewrite my message to Brenda. That would have looked really weird coming up there.
Yes, it would have.
Everybody would have thought I was having another stroke right then.
No, I just probably thought you were losing your mind.
Oh no, every time I screw up a word, like if I say something out of order, if words, you say something backwards, or not necessarily backwards, but you put them in the wrong order, my husband looks at me and automatically thinks I'm having another stroke. He's like, is that what you meant to say? Like yesterday, I said Holly weird instead of Hollywood. And he looked at me and he's like, are you all right? I said, that's exactly what I meant to say. So every time I screw up a word, he automatically thinks it's another stroke.
Okay.
I just have my own way of talking.
Okay. Now, it says, how do I do this? I understand that. So my picture, when I come up, right? I don't. Okay. What you're going to do is when I drop the link, you're going to touch the link. You're going to follow the instructions all the way up until you get into the studio. When you're in the studio, right before I put you up on panel, then you'll click off, you'll say stop camera or whatever it says on your screen, okay? So we'll give that a try and see if we can do this. I won't put you up on screen with your face showing if you don't want it to be, hon.
Christola. We were talking about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, and I said Holly weird, and he really thought I was losing it.
Hello, Miss Robin.
Now you owe me a Coke.
Well, I guess we're even.
Guess so. We evened that one out.
Miss Robin, we're waiting on Miss Ashley to come up on panel, so she's going to try this for the first time.
How many weeks have I been doing this with you now?
Oh, Lord, I don't know. For a while.
It gets easier every single time.
Thank you, Tennessee Rose.
Country girl didn't know how to do it today either.
No, I am horrible with electronics.
Robin had never done it before yesterday either. Or maybe she had done it once.
Well, before the first time I came up with you, I wouldn't even have a phone conversation. Unless it was my child or my husband, I would not even answer the phone. Everything went straight to voicemail. Now I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Leland. I talk to everybody.
You get up on panel and talk to the world.
Now you just can't shut my ass up, right?
Right. I'm glad you feel better about yourself, though.
I'm working on it. I've been feeling better. I've been smiling a lot more. Not as insecure about my disability.
Well, I'm glad.
You broke my shell, Nana.
Well, you really can't tell that you even had a stroke, honey.
Not until you see me walk. And then that's it.
That's my crickets. Sorry about that, Angel. Or I'm assuming it's my crickets that you're hearing.
You hear crickets, I hear sirens. Now, I live in the middle of a big city, and Nana's heard it 24/7 up and down my road. All you hear is sirens.
Oh, goodness.
Crystal,
least-
I don't think Robin has a channel, honey.
Now, at least once a week, there's an overdose at the neighbor's house, so the sirens are usually going there.
Oh, no.
See, even Charlie says he didn't know.
Well, thank you, Charlie. Now you know.
Now you know the rest of the story. That's what we need to do one night. We need to do a Paul Harvey, the rest of the story night. I guess Ashley's having some problems.
I think Country Girl will have to come back and join us for game night one night.
Absolutely.
Or every Wednesday night.
We go over to my other channel and we play music and stuff. It's not monetized or anything. And it's just so that we can get away with listening to music while we're all gathered together.
Oh,
Just
that sounds nice.
breaking up the tension of summer and everything else going on in the world.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
We just get to relax and laugh and chat.
There you go. Jen, that's for you, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you, honey. It's been a long 8 years, but I'm making it and coming along.
Yes, you click the link, honey.
Hey, sweetie, do you want a snack?
Oh, thank you, Robin.
Yes.
And thank you, Crystalla, for dropping that link because I can't drop links. Not unless I physically sit here with pen and paper and write every single one of them down.
I hear Eye of the Tiger on the TV in the living room, and I'm thinking, my son is not watching Ernie Shell. No way.
Either that or he's watching Rocky.
I don't know what he's watching, but it's not Ernie Shell, that's for sure. Are we having problems, Ashley? Oh, honey, we all sound like country bumpkins.
I'm sure I probably sound weird to everybody because I don't have that country accent at all.
You were outside looking for the birds singing?
Ladies, if anyone doesn't have any more questions, if it's okay, I'm going to hop down and watch a movie with my little one.
Okay, that's fine, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And everybody, please keep putting Summer's name out there.
Absolutely, sweetheart. 100%.
Thank you all. And y'all have a blessed night.
You have a blessed night too, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
I can see myself hanging out with everyone listening to Nana's crickets and drinking some wine or hot tea. Oh, well, thank you guys. I can't believe that y'all can hear them that well. Thank you, Charlie. It was awesome. It was awesome that she contacted me and wanted to come up. Okay. Oh, hello, Ashley.
I made it.
Do you want to remove your camera, or does it matter? Just hit the stop button. Stop camera. Do you see it? There you go.
Okay, awesome.
Sorry about that. So, what are you up to tonight, Ashley?
Nothing much. Just you know, I've been sick. I got sick last week, and then I went to the Dollar Tree today and got some stuff. I do a lot of crafts and DIYs.
Uh-huh.
I went and got some stuff. I'm redoing my bathroom in my master bath. I'm doing the beach theme thing,
Yeah.
and they have so much stuff at the Dollar Tree, like that you can paint yourself, and this. So we went and got a bunch more of that, and pretty much just hanging out. I hadn't really been on YouTube the past couple days. I don't know. It's just there's always so much drama lately, and it seems like everybody except for you and really maybe one other person that I have followed from day one is about summer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it makes me sick. It's like, no, I've not been getting on here. I don't know. I don't want to lose hope. I don't want to ever lose hope. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
It's just like, man, I can't believe. I was telling my wife today. I said, I can't believe we're coming up on a year.
I know. It's unreal. I can't believe that the sheriff's department has done more than what they've done in this year's time.
I feel, in my opinion, there's a lot more involved than just up on that hill. That's my opinion.
I believe so too. That's why I say the best thing in the world that could happen is for FBI to send an officer down here to audit this whole damn county.
And they really should. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I just, when I see how long it's been that they've just basically out here doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? From day one, their stories were conflicting. You know what I'm saying? Like their timelines wasn't adding up. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what we all seen and heard from day one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And here they're just out here just doing whatever, and I don't know. I'm like, it's monsters like that makes me want to turn back to the old me, but I can't do that today,
Right.
Gotta let the law handle that. It's just sickening that they're just out here getting away with it.
Exactly. Nana, can I jump in really quick? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need one thing really, really quick.
Go ahead,
everybody, please pray for Leland. He just texted me and he's on his way to the ER.
Oh, jeez.
Can we say a prayer right now, Nana?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm a prayer warrior, honey. That's my Father God. What's his name?
Leland.
Leland?
Yes.
Okay. And what's wrong with him? I don't even know. God knows what it is.
He has cancer,
Father God.
honey. He's going through chemo.
He has cancer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's just lift him up to God right now, the mighty physician. Father God, I just come before you right now. Father God, I just kneel before your feet, Father God, as humbly as I know how, Lord Jesus. I've never, ever been up on nobody's panel, but for some reason tonight, I'm up on Nana's panel, and I know why. Father God, I want to lift up my brother Leland to you. Father God, I ask right now in the mighty name of Jesus that you touch him from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet, Father God. That you take away any pain, Father God, and you bind it up and cast it down to the pits of hell where it belongs, Father God. I ask, Father God, that you give the doctors, continue giving them wisdom, Father God, and guide their hands, Father God, to give him the care he needs, Father God. Be with his family, Father God, and give him a peace that surpasses all understanding. I right now in the mighty name of Jesus, I speak peace over this woman. I speak peace over this family, Father God. Lord Jesus, just go before them, beside them, and behind them. It's in your name that I ask all these things. Amen.
Amen.
Man. Thank you, honey.
Now,
Thank you, Ashley.
you're welcome. Absolutely, absolutely. And I will continue to pray for you guys. I'm
I
crying.
got that text and instantly sprung into tears.
Now I know why I'm up here. No.
Well, honey, I'm glad you were. I'm so happy. Thank you.
What have you
Look,
been up to?
Me, nothing
Yeah.
much. Mainly running the roads with my sister today. I'm going tomorrow to help my granddaughter get ready for prom.
Oh,
I've got one that's graduating out of kindergarten this year. One that's graduating, or not graduating. She's going to junior prom, and then I've got one graduating out of 8th grade.
okay. Your
So,
grandkids.
yeah, they're all granddaughters. Yeah, those three.
Leland
You
said
sound like
thank
me.
you, everybody, for the prayers.
Absolutely. I'll continue to pray for your family and him as well.
Thank you, sweetheart. He's become a real big part of this YouTube family of ours. He is one of
Okay,
the
I had never
sweetest.
really seen him or anything up there, but I'll look for him, and it's up to God. Okay,
Right.
honey.
I
God is the ultimate physician. My aunt fought cancer for 18 years, breast cancer twice, and bone cancer, and another kind of cancer I can't remember. She fought cancer for 18 years. Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, you sound like me, Nana, except for mine are my kids. I have a daughter, she'll be 21, July 28th, and then my baby girl, they are 16 years, 363 days apart.
Lord, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Country Girl a while ago, and the same thing
Absolutely.
I've asked Christola. What were you thinking? Honey, I had all 4 of
Well,
mine in 4 years. Got it done, over
listen,
with.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say she was a mistake because she's absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? She's gorgeous and a
Right.
blessing to everybody.
No,
She's
no. They ain't no
smart. She's
child.
beautiful. No, it's the most. As a child, a baby is like the most perfect gift from above. You know.
Absolutely, 100%.
But I tell you what, I know why. I really feel in my heart she was sit down for my mom was passed away 14 years ago in October. It'll be 14 years. But she saved my life.
Right.
I got really bad out there on drugs. I was homeless for 7 years and just doing a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be alive for today. I mean, I was out there pretty bad. I was a size 0, and I'm not a size 0. And so I got pregnant.
Right.
And then I got off the street, and I don't live in my hometown no more. I moved away, and when I got pregnant, I ain't been back other than a visit. So I guess that's why,
Right.
she saved my life.
Well, that's good.
But
I was just joking. Kids are the greatest gift from God. I mean, kids are our future. If we don't have kids, we're not going to have no future. I just say that because I couldn't imagine having kids that far apart. I had all mine in 4
I couldn't
years.
imagine it either, Nana. I couldn't imagine it either, and I did it.
Poor little Christola. She's got a 20-year-old, and she's got all the way down to 2-year-old.
Oh,
She's
wow.
got 6 of them. So
6?
I couldn't imagine. Yeah, 6
Oh,
from 2 to
wait.
20.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I've got a grandson too, though.
Well, I've got 7 grandbabies, 4 kids and 7
7?
grandbabies. Yep.
You said 4 kids?
Yeah, 4 kids and 7 grandbabies.
Well, you got girls, boys?
I've got 1 girl, 3 boys, and then there's 6 girls and 2 boys.
Okay. Mom
Or
had 3 daughters.
5 girls and 2 boys, sorry.
Mom had all 3 of us. By the time she was 21, we're 3 years apart. I got 2 sisters, but I got a bunch of sisters by my daddy. They say he was a Rolling Stone. I don't know. He committed suicide when I was 5. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So what do y'all think about all this? I mean, do y'all think that it's going to come to an end soon, like everybody's saying?
I do not.
You don't either.
unless they come down with the sealed indictment, I don't think that it's going to end. And hopefully, if they don't have one this time, hopefully in June when they meet again for the grand jury meets, hopefully
Yes.
they'll bring one down then.
I really feel in my heart, and I've been thinking this for a while, because I know a little bit on this side of the criminal stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like they have enough. Was it substantial? Is it substantial evidence? Is that what it's called? To where they could build a case other than what damage has been done out here on the YouTube streets, as far as like stuff shown and stuff. You know what I mean? Or
yeah,
whatever that could damage. I mean, a good defense attorney could use any of that stuff out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they have enough. I feel like they have enough of substantial evidence. They just don't have a confession.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
They have enough that they could lock them up and hold them until
Exactly.
they found something else out. Like
Exactly.
I keep preaching.
Just like they did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I'm sorry.
I keep preaching about this, that they've done Harmony Montgomery and Oakley Carlson's parents, and they did Serenity McKinney's parents, and I mean they have enough that they could put them in jail. You know, at
Well,
least
you know, look at Joe Clyde Daniels.
right. Exactly.
You know, he just got sentenced to what, 100 years?
Yeah, he did. His wife only got 15 though, because she signed a plea agreement. She was looking at 40 years, but she signed a plea agreement and got 15.
That's all right. They was waiting on her to get there.
Yep.
You know, they wait on people like that to come up in there.
And I don't understand, that dude's got 100 years in jail. Why can't he just give up what he done with that baby?
That's why I'm like, I don't get it. And I'm like, what is, and these babies is the one that is suffering more than anybody in this fallen world today.
Right.
It's sickening. It's sickening.
So what do you think, Ashley? What do you think happened this summer?
Well, I've been back and forth with a few things from day one. I feel like at first I was saying something happened at the swimming place, dry drowning or something like that, or hypothermia, because the water, the temperature. I was following this one lady. I don't follow her no more, but she showed where the temperature was like higher 60s, not even 70 degrees that day, which means
that's Mysteries, Monsters, and
that water runs into I'm trying to think, because I'm from Tennessee. It runs into, I'm trying to think, it's a dam. I want to say, anyways, it's very cold water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when it's not even 70 degrees. And
it's the Holston River.
That's it, Holston River. Yes, ma'am. And I think it might be Douglas Dam that it goes on to. But anyways, I felt like maybe something happened there. But as I heard, you know, things being said as far as like how Candace treated her different, and how she was allegedly jealous of poor little Summer over Dawn.
Right.
His sick shit. I thought maybe, in my opinion, she just snapped. You know.
So do you think Dawn had something to do with it too?
You know, I was at first, I was like, yeah, Dawn had something to do with it. But as time went on, I don't know because, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like he probably helped get rid of her.
That's me. Yeah. I think he made the decision. He was scared. He knew that they were coming, and he said, "Candace, you got to do something. You got to get rid of this problem." She took care of the problem, and he cleaned the mess up.
You know, in my opinion, most likely because she has other stuff on him too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or my other theory. Okay, I got two more. I feel like the whole H and all them.
Yeah.
Coming to Tennessee, the dad and them. I feel like they're all in on it somehow. They're all together. Every one of them. The Candace, Dawn, not necessarily Dawn. And if that's the case, I feel like they preyed on Candace. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what,
That's
I got a text message last night with a snapshot from one of Candace's old Facebook pages. And it was, I've done a video on a guy named Randy Clark. And he is Allie's youngest child's grandfather. And in this message that he had sent Candace, which was on July the 17th of 2020, he was asking Candace to move to New York.
July 17th of 2020?
Yep, that was before Andrew
So that
Hiltz
was
and all
right.
them came down.
Right.
It was right before they came down. And she'd already had her stuff packed up. Remember, we all thought she was moving to Utah with Dawn.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
So I
it wasn't
thought she didn't
Utah.
know none of them before they came down.
Oh, yes, she did.
Love you.
Oh. Another lie, I
Now,
guess.
have you ever gotten nosy and looked at any of her Facebook pages?
Who, me?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't. I did in the beginning, but then I was like, ladies, I was so consumed in this case. Like I was literally ready to drive to Rogersville, Tennessee. And the old me would have. I'm just saying, like, okay, because I was so consumed in it. Like I wanted justice to be brought to Summer and her brothers. You know, so I have not.
Christola, are you calling us old?
Thanks, Christola. Thanks for reminding me.
Who else is up here, Nana?
Oh, that's No Filter. Jen, she's my...
Somebody said, no wonder chat is so much more chill in here, mature people on YouTube. What?
That's Christola. She's one of my mods. No Filter's one of my mods.
Hi, Christola.
Rockin' Robin is one of my mods. Charlie K is one of my mods.
The real Rockin' Robin. Uh-oh. I said, what's that? Rockin' Robin. All the little girls on Maple Street love the little girls. Oh, tweet. Rockin' Robin.
Every time I see her name, that's what I think.
I just thought of that. This made me think of like when I was a kid, like doing the clapping thing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Don B was thinking that when I was talking about Robin yesterday. He thought that name was cool.
What's up with Don B? I've not really seen him on much. That's one of the other ones I was talking about that I watched.
A brat.
What's going on with him?
Oh, he's fine. He's just starting where he's going to be doing like a video like every other day or so.
Oh,
instead of doing one every day now.
I
know he said something about a new channel. I didn't get. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jen.
No, I told him yesterday he's not allowed to take any more breaks.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
He's wanting to get his second channel going.
What? I didn't catch it. I tried to find yours, Nana. I think I did, actually. You didn't have anything on it yet?
No, I don't. What? Because that's our music channel. You know, you're not allowed to use or listen to music on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We go on there Wednesday
We can't listen to it, but we can sing it, can't we?
Right. We go on that channel on Wednesday nights. It's not monetized. And we just take a break. We take a break from the real world and we play music and stuff. And then when it's over, I have to put it as private or else
What'd she say?
Bans it.
What she said, Christola said I sound like her.
You sound like what?
She said Christola said I sound a lot like her.
Yeah, she's country too. You sound country.
I am so country. And believe it or not, I'm straight out of the hood in Knoxville.
Well, that's country.
What is?
Knoxville, come on.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, not really. Country to me would be like, I grew up between two sets of projects.
Right. There's a,
you know what I mean?
There's my next YouTube channel, my second YouTube channel, hon. It's up on the screen.
Oh, okay. I got you. Christola said, no, actually, you're not even supposed to sing it. Okay. It makes me think I'm back in jail. They used to tell us no singing, laughing, or touching. No
Well,
STDs. No singing, touching, or dancing.
you're not on YouTube. You're not you unless you have written permission from the person who wrote the song or performed it. You're
Oh,
not allowed to
okay.
sing it. You can't do covers. You can't do anything.
Oh, well, I guess because copyright stuff. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So that's why when we get done on Wednesday nights after we're done, then I take and put it as private, and that way they can't get me for copyright. Because they don't do
Crystal,
anything.
Okay.
bomb with us.
They don't do anything to us while we're recording. It's after it's done that they get me. So I just put it as private. Jen, when did you change your picture?
2 seconds ago. I forgot that I took it the other night while we were on live, and I never put it up there.
It looks like a little baby doll.
Well, thanks.
That was just weird. I looked up there and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a mini you. Sorry, guys, we've gotten off track here. You know, that's how it goes in this chat.
What happened to the 40,000?
What 40,000? Where's that at? Oh,
It's up there at BBE. You sitting on it?
yeah, I got it.
What happened to the 40,000? Okay.
Isn't that what 423 Chase got in trouble for? Isn't that
Yep.
why he's sitting in
Yep.
jail?
Absolutely. Yes, it is. Yes, ma'am.
We're not real sure what happened to the money. We just know that the person that did away with it got in trouble and is in jail for extortion or embezzlement. Sorry. There's your explanation, hon.
Yeah, about that dollar thing though. No, I'm serious. I'll start it. If you find out something on Monday, let me know.
I will. I'll call, like I said, I'll call Lowland Credit Union Bank and talk with them and see how we can go about getting it set up, because I don't want anybody's name on it. That way nobody can be
Right.
accused of taking the money or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that way
That's not what
there'll be a place.
that's not what we're about over here, right?
Right, exactly. There'll be a place where people can actually send it straight to, the actual
Right. If
account.
anything, it could go to them them boys, like you were saying.
Right, exactly. I agree 100%. I've been saying that from the get-go. And everybody's like, oh, no, I don't want to touch no money. I don't want to touch no money because of 423 Chase and what happened there. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Leland is pulling into the hospital right now, so they will keep me updated.
Okay. As soon as we get through here, I'm going to text him. Actually, and I don't mean to cut it short, guys, but I am starting to freeze to death for some reason. I got my window open. That might be it. But I'm freezing, so I think we're going to go ahead and call this chatter to an end. Ashley, you are more than welcome. Anytime you're in chat, sweetheart, all you got to do is say, Nana, drop the link, and I will drop it as long as you show your face, baby.
I've been missing your lives. That's why I was so happy to see you up here tonight when I got on.
Okay. On Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock at Nana's Place, which is the other channel. And then every Thursday night at 5 o'clock, I am on. Every Thursday night at 5 o'clock.
Every Thursday night at 5 o'clock?
Tennessee time.
Be 4 o'clock my time.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for coming up tonight, Ashley.
Yes,
no problem. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, honey. But I mean, like if I have special, things that happen, like today when Country Girl got a hold of me, and so I went ahead and went live. But you can be guaranteed, unless there's something major wrong, I will be on here every Wednesday night and every Thursday night. Okay?
Okay, absolutely. Thank you so much for everything you do for Summer, Nana, and the No Drama channel that you have you've created and kept maintained. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's refreshing to have this to come to.
Well, you're more than welcome to come here, honey. Everybody has a right to their opinion on this channel. Nobody gets bashed. Nobody gets bullied. And we try to keep the drama down. And we try to keep the bombs and stuff out of the chats. We get bombed every now and then, but we try to keep it out.
I look forward to Wednesday, though.
Absolutely. We're thinking about doing teams on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, and I'm not sure what we're
What
going to do.
you said teams? What do y'all do? Like some sing offs or something?
No, they ain't none of us
Lord,
talented
no.
enough to do that.
What do you do?
Well, the first time we did like name that tune, and then
Oh, okay, yeah,
last weekend we did the TV theme shows.
yeah.
It was named that TV theme show. And so this week they're wanting to team up and do something, and I haven't figured out what we're going to do yet.
Okay, well, real quick, I was over like the creativity team in this 9 month, basically like boot camp program I did in prison. I was the head. Oh, I was over the creativity team. Like we come up with games, we come up with. So I'm pretty creative. But you ever thought about doing like? Well, not everybody shows their faces. Okay, never mind on that one. I was thinking like the lip singing thing. I
Yeah.
think that would be cool.
That
Alrighty,
would
well,
be cool.
thanks, ladies.
Thank you, Ashley. We're grateful that you were
Thank
here, hon.
Good night, everybody.
You have a great night,
Night.
honey. Good night, everybody.
Be safe.
You too, sweetheart. Thank you, Jen.
Oh, no problem, honey. You go get warm, and I'm sure I'll talk to you shortly.
All righty. I will
All right,
talk
honey.
to you in a little bit.
All right,
Goodbye,
good night.
hon. Good night. Good night, everybody.